Have you seen Star Wars?
So this is it. This is it. This is the ending to season 2, The Mandalorian, and oh my god, man, what a journey this has been. I'm almost at a loss for words on how to describe Chapter 16 of The Rescue. This was an amazing moment. Star Wars at its finest. I mean, one of the best pieces of Star Wars content I think I've ever seen. Let's just fanboy out about this for a little bit. And spoiler alert if you have not seen this episode, and that's your warning because we're going to talk about it right now. Luke Skywalker came back. Oh my god. Oh man, I cannot tell you how many moments I fanboyed out in this episode, from Boba Fett and Mando walking into that bar together. I was like, alright, I just want to spin a buddy cop series about these two guys. From seeing that to seeing them take on Moff Gideon, that whole sequence felt very Star Wars movie-esque, and I think that's what the whole series has kind of been going for, is that every single episode feels like its own, like, kind of Star Wars movie from a different director. And then we get this one, and you have these dark troopers, which are, of course, very terrifying. Your heroes can't really do anything against them, and it's always nice seeing Din Djarin get his ass kicked, because it makes you realize he's, you know, flawed, and he's not the best fighter. He's not a Gary Sue where he can just do anything and everything he wants. There's limits to his abilities. And so the Dark Troopers were very good villains, and so was Moff Gideon. Giancarlo Esposito is an amazing actor, and he plays a great villain, and Moff Gideon really did his job here. And I liked how he talked about Grogu, where he said, you can have the kid, I already have what I want from him, and that's his blood, which of course brings up more questions on what did Moff Gideon want with Grogu and his blood. We obviously saw, like, the clones that they were making, because now we know that the scientist was a clone scientist. So there's some answers to some of the questions that we've had since season 1 that we're now getting some answers to, but we're not getting all the answers. So there's a lot more interest that we have going into season 3 and season 4. But Jesus, Luke Skywalker is the one that comes to take Grogu away and teach him the way of the Jedi. And what an entrance. What an entrance. This was the Luke Skywalker I think me and many other Star Wars fans wanted to see in the sequel trilogy. And I'm not talking about the aspect of him coming in and taking out all the Dark Troopers. That was a great moment, and I feel like that was kind of a homage to Rogue One with Darth Vader doing that to the Rebels. He was doing this to the Dark Troopers. I really liked the demeanor that Luke had. He felt like the Luke from the original trilogy, which makes sense. This was 5 years after Return of the Jedi, but just the way he talked, the way he kind of had his posture, and like, he didn't use a lot of words, and he just said, I'm gonna protect a child with my life. He didn't even say his name. That's one thing I really liked about it. He didn't come in and say, I'm Luke Skywalker and I'm here to rescue you, and just do something a little bit too over the top. Everyone and their mother knew who this was the second he got on screen. And it was a great reveal. It was the reveal we all wanted but did not really expect either. And it makes you question how the story is going to play out. Mando promised that he's going to see Grogu again. I mean, we all can basically think and pray that's going to happen. How is that going to happen? We don't know. What's the timeline? We also don't know what is Grogu's fate with Luke, because we know that Luke's temple gets burned down and all his Padawans basically die out at the hands of Ben Solo in probably 10, 15, maybe 19 years from this point. I am not entirely sure on the timeline, but the point is, we know kind of Luke's fate at the end of all this, but we don't know Grogu's fate. So that's kind of some optimism that we have there. If there's new parts of the story that can be told and explored there. Mando is going to work with Bo-Katan and her sidekick. What happened to the other guy? But there's Sasha Banks' character, and they're going to go save Mandalore, basically. That's basically season 3 and 4. I feel like we're going to get a lot of the actual Mandalorian stuff with that. We're going to get more of the armorer. We're going to get more into the Death Watch, origin and religion and all that stuff. We're going to get a lot into the nitty-gritty of the lore of the Mandalorians over the next few seasons, which I'm very excited to see. Boba Fett, he's going to do his own thing. The Book of Boba Fett, we'll talk about that in another video, probably on Sunday. But when it comes to the future of the Mandalorian, I feel like things are just now getting started for the overall story between Mando, Mandalorian, and that kind of religion that he's got going on, and also the Empire. Because Moff Gideon, I don't think Moff Gideon's going away. I think he's staying around for seasons 3 and 4, and is going to be a very integral role in the future of the story that we have here. And I have to say, man, this is what kind of upsets me a little bit about the sequel trilogy looking back, because it's like, this is the Star Wars that I've wanted since I was a kid. You know, growing up, you always wanted to see Star Wars in live action, and the movies were great, but you always kind of wanted to show the Saturday morning matinee serials that we all remember Lucas talking about. This is exactly what that is. This is something that comes out every week that I feel like everyone in the Star Wars fandom unanimously loves. Now, there's some complaints that we always have, there's some execution problems that we have, but mostly, it's fun. It's a great story. It's the Star Wars stories that we always kind of imagined and fantasized about when we were kids of, you know, we wanted to be the bounty hunter, we wanted to be the Jedi, we wanted to go out on this great adventure and live out our dreams in this galaxy far, far away, and I feel like we're all actually doing that right now. I feel like The Mandalorian has really brought that to light, and I really feel like it is bringing the best out of Star Wars. The problem that I've had with Star Wars since the prequels began was that it felt like we were limiting our creativity. It felt like there was so much to do in the Star Wars universe, but we're never really doing anything with it. The prequels and sequels felt limited in some ways that I just was not a fan of, and I know some people love them and some people hate them, but it just felt like we didn't use the potential that we have. Now we're doing that. The Mandalorian has capitalized on everything Star Wars, from the minor details of the expanded universe to the die-hard Star Wars fans of cameos with Bo-Katan, Ahsoka Tano, Boba Fett, these countless characters, and now Luke Skywalker, all coming in and bringing the Star Wars universe not only back into the mainstream media, but back into the forefront of good storytelling. I mean, this has really delivered on every aspect of storytelling, in my opinion. I mean, I cried at the end. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I wasn't boo-hooing, but I had tears going down my cheek because Grogu left Din, and seeing him take off the helmet and seeing the tears in Pedro Pascal's eyes, amazing acting and a very beautiful moment. I mean, it's almost hard to believe that this puppet can convey so much emotion with this actual real actor, but it just goes to show how great the story is, that seeing these two part from each other and that emotional toll it has on Din, it really means a lot, and it just goes to show how connected we are as an audience to not only Din and Grogu, but their relationship, that bond that they have, that of course feels like very much the father and son kind of bond. And I do want to see them reunite. I don't know when that will happen. I don't know how old both of them will be when it happens, and if it'll be when Din's kind of in his twilight years, but I want to see them reunited, and I want to see them kind of come together again and hopefully share a little bit more of that bond with us, the audience, because it's something that I think a lot of us have enjoyed seeing grow since episode 1. So this has been an amazing journey. I cannot stress enough how much I love The Mandalorian at this point. I mean, season 2 is light years better than season 1, and season 1 was amazing too. I remember saying after season 1, it's the best Star Wars content we've gotten since 1983. And I still stand by that. I still stand by this is better than the past, 7 movies? 8 movies that we've gotten so far? I mean, this is the best Star Wars content that we've gotten in over the past 30-odd years. I mean, just absolutely amazing. So, big shout out to Jon Favreau. An amazing storyteller, amazing writer. He's done a great job. And I know Dave Filoni had a lot of help and influence with that too. And I'm just surprised that this has just gone so well. I'm so excited for season 3 coming in 2021. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan. 2020 has been a really, really bad year, but at least we can look back and say we had a great season of The Mandalorian. So thank you all for watching. Please tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 2 finale, The Rescue? Did you like it? Why did you like it? What did you love about it? And what do you think is going to happen next in the future? So thank you all for watching. If you guys want to help the channel out, tomorrow I'm showing my new documentary, Star Wars After George Lucas. If you're interested in that, please stick around for that. If you want to support the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe because it does help out the channel. I will see you all next time, and may the Force be with you always.